The pain you're experiencing is not about now. I know it feels like it is, but it's not. It's coming from a much deeper place. All right, so now I'm going to answer the two email questions I had. The one is from Prachi. So Prachi says, my boyfriend used to live in the same city as me for education purposes, and we used to meet on weekends, and he had time for me, like to talk on chat and call. We had somewhat of a happy relationship. I was quite happy at that time. Even though there were other problems, I was happy with him. But his family conditions were getting worse, maybe financially, so he decided to leave college and start to support his family. That decision was his. It was not forced by his family or anyone. He himself decided that I can't just sit around and watch. I need to help my parents. And so he had to leave the city and go back to his home. After hearing that he was leaving, I was devastated. I got fear that what if he won't get time for me? And that's exactly what happened. And we couldn't even meet because our parents don't know about us yet. But then I got used to the situation. And just after his family conditions became worse, he started losing hope. He was having second thoughts about our relationship, and everything was kind of falling apart. And now we're at a stage where he's very busy helping his family. I don't know what he's doing. He won't tell. And because of him being busy, we don't talk. And when we do, both our moods are not good. And we don't even talk for a long period, like only for 10 to 15 minutes per day chat. Even that contains half the words like, yes, okay, yes. We don't even talk on the call. And I just can't take it anymore. I cry every day because of how much I miss him. I feel sad about all the things we are missing on. Why is it that every time we suffer in our relationships, it hurts when I see couples walking around me, going out on trips, meeting daily? What do you suggest to do after reading the situation? So first of all, I'm so sorry you've been going through this. There are two main pieces to address with this. The first one is recognizing that as painful as this experience is, and as intense as it is, and as much as it does seem to be about your boyfriend, because that's the situation that's in front of you right now, that you're dealing with right now, the pain you're experiencing is not about now. I know it feels like it is, but it's not. It's coming from a much deeper place. It's coming from childhood experiences that had a powerful impact on you, that your brain is now referring to and then triggering production of stress chemicals that cause those painful emotions. The reason this is clear is because missing someone is one thing, and it's normal and it's human. But the reason that we know that this is more than just the normal missing is because it's impacting you in such a painful way and it's consuming you. So that's how we know it's not about this current situation and your boyfriend, but instead it's a reference from childhood. So what you're aiming for is that although you miss your boyfriend, that's normal, you're also looking forward to seeing him when you can. And you're actually enjoying whatever conversations you do get to have with him. That is empowering. And that will mean that you're in alignment with a happy, healthy, and enjoyable relationship moving forward. And that will also affect other areas of your life. So first of all, do whatever you can to get into a good feeling state. And I know it can be difficult when you're going through something like this, but just do whatever you can, even if it's just focusing on your favorite color for a bit, and hugging the little you. Imagine hugging yourself as a child, or listening to music you love, or watching uplifting videos. And then as your mind wanders to the situation with your boyfriend, remind yourself that you will be addressing that, but first you want to make sure that you're in an empowered state so that you're able to get the best results. So once you are no longer feeling triggered, then ask yourself what this experience or situation with your boyfriend reminds you of from childhood. And of course, it won't be to do with boyfriends, but the same feeling will be there. and go with the first thing that pops into your mind. So don't filter it. So even if it doesn't seem to make sense or it seems random, then without going into any details or going into any of the memories, just make a note of them, whatever comes up. Then starting with the earliest one first, change each of those memories to the opposite, positive, empowering, and establish them. And once you've done that, then check it. So think of your boyfriend again and the situation and notice if you still feel the same or if anything's different. And keep doing this back and forth until you're no longer triggered by the situation, until you're able to think of him. And although you miss him, of course, you're also looking forward to seeing him when you are able to be together. And you're enjoying your conversations. You're looking forward to the conversations you do have, even if it's only 10 minutes, that you're looking forward to that 10 minutes. You're making the most of that 10 minutes so that you are focused on the connection that you do have and not on what you don't have or that you're missing out on. And bearing in mind, the brain is constantly looking for the next danger. So your brain is going to want to focus on what you don't have, on the loss and what you're missing out on, and the couples who are together, all of that. And like training a dog, you need to take control of that and go, yes, I know that that's there, but I'm choosing to focus on the good stuff. So understanding that the fact that your brain is focusing on the bad stuff doesn't mean that the bad stuff is a problem. It's just that's what the brain does. And it doesn't mean there isn't any good stuff. It's just that that's what the brain does. It focuses on the danger. So keep reminding yourself of that, taking those reins and steering yourself. Go, no, I'm going to look forward to this phone call that we're going to have or this chat, and come up with things that you can say that would be fun, funny, interesting. Focus on really making the most of the little that you do have, because by doing that, you are creating a strong foundation and getting an alignment with more and more and more of that rather than what you don't want. So I hope that makes sense, but let me know if you need more on that.